Good evening, dear listener. Before we begin, let us take a slow breath together. Breathe in gently through your nose and let it out slowly through your mouth. There is nothing you need to do right now. There is nowhere you need to go. Tonight, we will take a soft and quiet journey into the past, not to a battlefield or a throne room, but into a warm, calm, and gently busy place hidden behind thick stone walls. We are going to visit a royal kitchen in the 1400s. A place of warm firelight, of steady routines, of simple tools, of quiet hands at work. If you like, you can imagine yourself walking slowly through a castle corridor, your footsteps soft against the cool stone floor. And as we move into this story, you can allow your thoughts to slow down, just like the gentle work of the kitchen itself. Candle entering the castle kitchen. The corridor is long and narrow, lit by small candles placed in iron holders along the walls. The stone is cool and smooth beneath your fingers as you walk. You notice the air becoming warmer. You begin to smell wood smoke, baked bread, and dried herbs. At the end of the corridor is a wide oak door, slightly open. Beyond it lies the royal kitchen. The room is much larger than any home kitchen. The ceiling is high, supported by thick wooden beams darkened by years of gentle smoke. Bundles of herbs hang from hooks along the beams: rosemary, thyme, sage, and bay leaves, slowly swaying in the warm air. The walls are lined with wooden shelves holding clay jars, copper kettles, baskets of grain, and stacks of wooden bowls. At the center of the room is a large stone hearth, wide enough for several people to stand around. A steady fire glows inside it, sending out a soft orange light that fills the room with warmth. The kitchen feels alive, but not loud. It feels calm, organized, and quietly purposeful. Bread. The morning routine. The royal kitchen wakes before the rest of the castle. Long before the royal family opens their eyes, the kitchen is already breathing with gentle activity. The head cook arrives first. He wears a wool tunic in a soft brown color and a linen apron tied around his waist. His shoes are made of simple leather, worn smooth by years of walking on stone floors. He moves quietly. He checks the fire, adding a small log and listening for the soft crackle as it settles into place. Soon after, the bakers arrive. They bring sacks of flour and wooden tubs of water. They pour flour onto wide wooden tables and form little hills in the center. Water is added slowly. A bit of yeast saved from yesterday's baking is mixed in. Then the kneading begins. Hands press into the dough. They fold it over itself. They turn it and press again. It is a slow, steady rhythm. Press, fold, turn, press, fold, turn. Flour dust rises gently into the warm air and then settles back down onto the table. The dough becomes smooth and elastic under their hands. It rests in cloth-covered bowls near the fire, rising slowly as the yeast does its quiet work. Carrot. Ingredients from the land. Nearly everything in the royal kitchen comes from the surrounding lands. Vegetables arrive in baskets carried by gardeners and farmers. Carrots still dusted with soil. Turnips round and pale. Leeks long and green. Cabbages tightly wrapped in layered leaves. Herbs arrive fresh each morning, their scent strong and clean. Milk comes from cows and goats kept on the castle grounds. Eggs come from hens wandering freely in the courtyard. Meat arrives from livestock raised carefully for the royal household. Sometimes deer from royal hunts are brought in, their meat used slowly and respectfully. Fish arrives from nearby rivers or the sea. Nothing is wasted. Bones become broth. Stale bread becomes crumbs for thickening soups. Vegetable scraps go back to the earth as compost. The kitchen lives in quiet balance with the land. Cooking without modern tools. There are no clocks on the walls. Time is measured by sunlight, by shadows, and by the sound of distant church bells. There are no stoves, with knobs. Heat is judged by feel. A cook holds his hand near the fire to sense its warmth. Large iron pots hang from chains over the flames. Inside them, soups and stews simmer slowly for hours. The liquid moves gently, small bubbles rising and breaking on the surface. Wooden ladles stir them from time to time. The smell of herbs, meat, and vegetables fills the room. Bread is placed into a stone oven built into the wall beside the hearth. The baker listens for the hollow sound when tapping the loaf to know it is done. Everything is done by sight, by sound, by smell, and by memory. The quiet work of the servants. Many hands work together in the royal kitchen. Each person has a role. One servant washes vegetables in large wooden tubs. Another peels onions and turnips. Another carries water from the well. Another tends the fire, adding wood slowly and carefully. No one rushes. No one shouts. There is a quiet understanding of what needs to be done. Footsteps are soft on the stone floor. Voices are low. The kitchen feels like a gentle river of small movements flowing through time. Honey pot. Sweetness and treats. Sugar is rare and expensive in the 1400s. Instead, sweetness comes from honey and dried fruits. The kitchen keeps jars of golden honey sealed with cloth and wax. Figs and dates are stored in linen sacks. Apples are sliced thin and dried near the fire to preserve them for winter. Sometimes the cooks prepare small sweet dishes for the royal table. Rice pudding made with milk and honey. Almond milk flavored with rose water. Fruit tarts with thin pastry and soft fillings. These treats are simple, but they feel special. Place sitting preparing the royal meal. As midday approaches, the kitchen becomes gently busier. Large cuts of meat are brushed with herbs and butter. Vegetables are arranged neatly around them. Bread is stacked into baskets lined with clean linen cloth. Wooden trenchers and metal goblets are polished until they catch the firelight. Everything is prepared with care. Not in a hurry. Not in stress. Just with quiet attention. Soon, servers arrive to carry the trays to the grate hall. The kitchen grows quieter again. Afternoon calm after the main meal. The kitchen rests. Some servants wash dishes in warm water. Others prepare for the next day. Beans are soaked. Grain is measured. Herbs are tied into fresh bundles. The fire is lowered. The light becomes softer. The room feels warm, calm, and gently tired. Crescent moon drifting toward rest as evening comes. The kitchen slowly settles into stillness. Tools are cleaned and placed back on shelves. The fire glows low. The air smells faintly of bread and wood smoke. Imagine yourself standing quietly in the center of the room. Feeling the warmth. Hearing the soft crackle of the fire. Feeling calm. Our journey will continue in part 2, where we will explore the people, the seasons, the celebrations, and the quiet rhythms that shaped life around the royal kitchen. For now, you can rest. Crescent moon returning to the quiet kitchen. Welcome back, dear listener. If you like, imagine that you are once again walking through the quiet stone corridor of the castle. Your footsteps are soft. The air is calm. The gentle warmth of the kitchen waits for you beyond the wooden door. You push it open slowly. The fire is still glowing. The room is peaceful. And our story continues. Candle. The people behind the kitchen. The royal kitchen is not only a place of tools and ingredients. It is also a place of people. Each person carries a small, quiet story of their own. There is the head cook, who has served the castle for many years. He knows every recipe by heart. He remembers how much salt to add by the smell of the stew. He knows when bread is ready by the sound it makes when tapped. There are young apprentices who are learning slowly. They wash vegetables. They carry water. They watch carefully. They make small mistakes and learn from them. There are older servants who have done this work for decades. Their hands move without thought. They know where everything belongs. They keep the kitchen running like a gentle clock. Year of rise the kitchen through the seasons. The royal kitchen changes with the seasons. In spring, the air smells fresh. Young vegetables arrive. Herbs grow quickly in the garden. Milk becomes plentiful. The cooks prepare lighter soups and fresh breads. In summer, fruit fills the shelves. Berries, cherries, and early apples. The kitchen feels bright and warm. Windows are opened. Fresh air moves through the room. In autumn, the kitchen becomes busy with preparation. Grain is harvested. Vegetables are stored. Meat is salted and smoked. The air smells of earth, wood smoke, and spices. In winter, the kitchen becomes a place of comfort. Thick stews simmer for hours. Bread bakes daily. The fire burns constantly. The kitchen becomes the warm heart of the castle. Spices and distant tradesome ingredients travel far to reach the royal kitchen. Spices like cinnamon, cloves, pepper, and nutmeg come from distant lands. They arrive in small cloth bags, precious and fragrant. They are used carefully. A pinch at a time. They remind the kitchen of a wider world beyond the castle walls. Merchants bring them along trade routes across seas and deserts. The kitchen becomes a quiet meeting place of near and far. Local vegetables and distant spices. Simple bread and rare flavors. All together in one calm space. Bread as the center of life. Bread is the most important food in the royal kitchen. It is eaten at every meal. It is offered to guests. It is given to the poor. There are many kinds. White bread for the royal family. Brown bread for servants. Flat bread for travel. Sweet bread for special days. Bread represents comfort, stability, and daily life. The smell of baking bread fills the kitchen and the castle beyond it. It is a smell of home, party popper, gentle celebrations on special days. The kitchen becomes a little brighter. Festivals, royal birthdays, religious holidays. The cooks prepare slightly richer food. More butter. More honey. More spices. Not in excess. Just enough to feel special. Candles are added. Fresh herbs decorate the tables. The kitchen feels quietly joyful, herb healing and simple medicine. The kitchen also serves as a place of simple healing. Herbs are used not only for flavor, but for comfort. Mint for the stomach. Chamomile for sleep. Rosemary for memory. Broths for strength. The kitchen is a gentle place of care. Food is seen as something that supports the body and the spirit. Clock time passing quietly. Years pass in the royal kitchen. Cooks grow older. Apprentices become masters. Recipes change slightly. But the rhythm remains. Fire. Water. Grain. Hands. Time moves slowly here. The kitchen is a place outside of hurry. Crescent moon. The kitchen at night. At night, the kitchen becomes very still. The fire glows softly. Shadows move gently on the stone walls. The tools rest. The room breathes quietly. It feels safe. Warm. Peaceful. Crescent moon. Final rest, drifting into sleep. And now, dear listener, our gentle journey comes to an end. The royal kitchen has shared its quiet life with us. Its warmth. Its routines. Its simple beauty. You can imagine stepping away once more. Walking slowly through the candlelit corridor. Feeling calm. Feeling warm. Feeling safe. Take a slow breath in. And let it out. There is nothing more to do. You can rest now. Good night.